Now, tracking developments for us at the North Gauteng High Court is eNCA's Aviwe Mtila. Now, Aviwe, you're there for AYO Technologies are being asked or to be forced to pay back the billions they have received, and that's all included in the PIC inquiry as well. What are we expecting there?
Well, certainly, Marcel, it is, of course, a case that is heavily scrutinized in the ongoing PIC inquiry where the AYO Technologies is essentially asked to pay back 4.3 billion rand that PIC had invested in it back in December 2017 already. Of course, it's a case that's been largely scrutinized in the ongoing inquiry with questions around the credibility and how the then chair of the PIC, Dan Mtila, handled this particular case. Of course, we heard in the inquiry that he came back from leave to actually make sure that this deal went through, the 4.3 billion rand investment into AYO Technology from the PIC. Of course, the questions are around, is AYO Technology worth even that much? We understand that at that time its assets were actually valued at around 292 million rands, with the total value of the company itself at around 67 million. So it is, of course, largely inflated price that's the PIC invested in it. So the CIPC, that is the Companies and Intellectual Property Commission, had ordered the PIC to get back that money. Of course, it was an urgent application. Well, they were given a compliance notice essentially in February to get back that money by the 14th of March. Two urgent applications were heard here last week at the North Gauteng High Court on Wednesday. Two separate urgent applications with the PIC not essentially disputing that it has to regain back that money, but we just wanted additional time. Of course, AYO Technology, on the other hand, says that the shares were bought within their value, so it doesn't see a problem with this essentially. I just had a word with the presiding judge who will be handing down the judgment here today. We're hearing the judgment at around 10 o'clock here today. Judge Cornelius van der Versthuizen, he said, well, while he's not allowing us to be there, he said that it'll be very short. We're expecting about 3 sentences essentially where we'll find out whether AYO Technology has to pay back that 4.3 billion rand that was invested by the PIC.
We're going to leave it there for now. Aviwe Mtila bringing us the very latest there from the North Gauteng High Court. Proceedings expected to start there at 10 o'clock.